Good afternoon, YouTube. Old Rusty here again today. We're here for another wonderful farm. Today we're after rabbits, not cooked rabbits, but specifically, we want rabbit's foot. Why? Because you can trade two of them for an emerald, I guess, or more importantly, potions of leaping. Why do I care about potions of leaping? Because bundles have made it now so that you can have a to-go bag for your preferred brewing needs and fit that brewing stand, the wort, and whatever other ingredients you want in order to brew some potions. And I thought to myself, well, jumping is good. And I haven't really seen a high capacity rabbit farm, and depending upon your definition of high capacity, you're not going to today. Let's go over this. So, in deserts, rabbits have a 100% chance of spawning because they are the only surface passive mob. I've messed with rabbits before cooking them, but in order for you to get a rabbit foot, it has to count as a player kill. And that by itself can be a little difficult because, well, you know, I can't hit it with a flaming snowball. So alas, no flaming shenanigans today. I ran this for 1 hour, and these were my results. I got roughly, let me fix this here, 17.5 stacks of rabbit hides. Ignore that. I got 7 stacks and then 10 of raw rabbits. And what we're after today, nearly 3 stacks of rabbit's foot. When you kill a rabbit, you have a 10% chance of it dropping a rabbit's foot. Now, if you have looting 3, that goes up to 19. And that's what we have going on here today. So I have a true split density farm, not semi. I'll show you here what we have going on. This is the marker pack by Foxy No-Tell that's available in the marketplace. I love it. Exactly 2 chunks away from my AFK is where I have this water stream. And I have this blocked off too because I'm not going to lose any rabbits to a split den. I'm not losing any rabbits due to hitting a mob cap of 4 here. I'm using snow because snow will allow the rabbits to still spawn on it, even in the desert. And it's not sand, so it doesn't fall. And I don't have to worry with the grass about something decaying it or anything else. For lighting, I've just went easy and put a row of torches down, on the 3rd block away from each edge, and then all the way down. This is a 10 wide block of snow by 36. For carrots, I have the 2 block gap at the end here. This glass wall is so that they don't hop across that way. And then rabbits will be attracted to eat carrots up to 16 blocks away. So at no point in this farm is it not going to be able, even back here, is it not going to detect a delicious carrot for it to go munch on. Now, this is where I use the pathfinding. Is these trap doors, it sees them as open. Even though it sees them as closed, even though they're open. So they think this is a valid spawn spot. And they run into this. The water streams here, this is exactly 8, followed by a TK. We'll go over the TK in a second. Followed by another 16 where I have water sources in all 4 of these spots. And then over here again another 8. The carrots are laid out in 4 groupings of water every 5th block. 5 blocks in. And then this is to keep all of my farmland irrigated. Plant all these carrots. 3 rows so they're always going to grab their attention. They'll have something to attract. Now this TK was originally designed by, let me get his name here, JT0556. JT0556. I will include a link to his channel in the description. And what he found out is when you have a water stream flowing into a corner of honey like this, it pushes the rabbit up and it gets stuck. Originally, he was using trapdoor Trident killers, which are always finicky to mess with, and I couldn't get it right. But what I did find is if I took 1 extra block of honey, which I did right here, and I have a piston facing down, and then I throw my TK directly into the diagonal corner right there, when this piston goes down, it moves this Trident. And that Trident is just enough that it clips that little bunny and then the next one comes on in. And then, of course, this is a flaw I found with the hopper system I have here. I would probably put mud there and then redesign this a little bit for a slight increase in rate. But when you're running the farm, if you get a rabbit down in here, it's going to be rare, one, and then two, it'll despawn after 30 seconds. But all the and then I have underneath the honey blocks, I have honey. And then Skulk Catalyst with buttons up top there so the skull can't spread. And that's it. And then I have this flowing in here, and all this item collection is just for my convenience so that I can get it all here. Entirely optional. Let's take a look at the spawning range here. So this is my AFK spot. So if we go over here, I'm clipping just the back ends of my platform a little bit, but for ease of construction, we're just leaving the whole thing as a 10 out, 36 across. And this farm works incredibly well with looting 3. Let's get rid of this. I'm going to show you what's going on with the bunnies here. So those rabbits are going to immediately see those carrots and get attracted. They're going to fall down, and then they just get pushed right up, and that's it. And then their items all get gathered up and delivered, and the rabbits will keep spawning day or night. Because of these torches, you have to keep the light level above 9. I've got 4 TKs here with a modified design from JT's 0556, because he was looking for a rabbit killer, and he got to, on his original video, he got to a little over a stack an hour. I have tripled this through the power of full splint density. And these rabbits, they go so fast. Now, I have all these other water streams here because sometimes those rabbits will fall off when they shouldn't, and they don't pathfind. But I didn't want to rely upon the pathfinding because it moves a lot slower here. I'm going to put one here and one here. You see how much faster that rabbit moves by itself? So yeah, it's good to have the water streams as a safety mechanism in case one of them falls off. But the big problem I've seen with every other rabbit farm is they have the rabbit run off the platform to get into the water. But the rabbit's a lot faster on land. And then it dies. Meanwhile, I'm over here looting 3 for everything, getting 3 stacks of rabbit feed an hour. And this is questionable. Is this even worse? This is a lot of carrots. This is, I would say, use snow. You could use grass. You could even use sand if you wanted to put supporting blocks underneath it. And then just have it walled off. And then just control their pathfinding a little bit better. Forget about getting them into the water. Yeah, they'll end up in the TK eventually. That's going to be slow. That rabbit wants to get to those carrots. So let it. Give it a path. It's going to go on its own. And it's going to move a lot quicker than this water stream's going to push it along. Now, you could turn this rabbit hide into leather, although there are much better leather farms. You could trade this raw rabbit for emeralds, or you could cook it, or you could just, use flaming snowballs if that you're going to live off of cooked rabbit. But the rabbit's feet is what this is all about today. The rest is nice, I guess, but really I want this rabbit foot. And at 3 stacks an hour, this ain't bad. This is a pretty simple setup. Chunk align everything. Put all your dirt and then drop in some water. Plant some carrots. Turn it into farmland. 4 trap doors on each side. Make sure that this whole water stream is over here in this chunk. And then just eat, eat the losses for spawning space. It's fine. Use some snow, grass, or sand if you want to put something underneath it. Take it out 10 blocks. 36 across, fill this all in with carrots, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 tridents, a comparator clock, 4 pistons, and 12 blocks of honey. And then I have Skulk Catalyst to get rid of it, but I guess you could just let it build up. Old Rusty's rascally rabbit farm, because for some reason, even though every rabbit has 4 feet, I only get 1 foot from every 5 rabbits. But you know what I do have? I got a lot of leaping potions. Old Rusty out!